Who am I? All right. I grew up here in Arizona. I'm a member of the Navajo Nation, and I've also spent a great deal of time here in the Phoenix area. I found painting when I got out of the Marine Corps sometime in the mid-90s and haven't really looked back. Painting has always been a really important place for me. It's the foundation of my work. It's where it all began for me. Early on, I was working in representation and narrative work and really exploring story and personal identity and issues that were really important to me. Later on, I moved into abstraction, where there I was concerned with place and land and also formal issues that painting could provide. Eventually, I moved into more conceptual approaches, and painting was part of that, but also I began to move outside of the studio, and I began to move off the canvas, so to speak. I soon began working in video and collaboration and more social engagement type activities, and it's led me to the work that I'm doing today. One of my most current projects is a film that was designed and developed by a community in Santa Fe. I used survey questions in a focus group to help design the formal structures of the film and also inform the narrative. It was a great way to bring people together and to utilize the social engagement activity and merge it with the filmmaking process. The community that I worked with in Santa Fe were instrumental in helping me design the formal structures for a film and also informing the narrative and really helping to shape this new film project. So the Mountain Project, it incorporates a few of my different projects into one. The project began as a way for me to understand the 4 outlying sacred mountains for Navajo people, and I began with my investigations that were very personal and looking at these places from a very specific point.
This has been about the pace and breathing rhythm that we've had the whole trip up. What's the elevation?
The early part of this project was really about my own personal exploration and unearthing the cultural histories that are specific to these geographies. I think what's important for the next phase of the project is to bring the social activities or the social engagement activities that I've been involved with into this personal exploration. So as I travel to these mountains and I begin the investigations and documentations of my work, I will also be bringing in another layer or another narrative to the project. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how it all unfolds. I'm really interested in indigenous knowledge and preservation and bringing community in to really inform what this next phase of the piece is going to be. It's important for me to connect to my community. It's important for me to continue these conversations and dialogues about issues that are critical to location, to cultural value. It represents a broad, multidisciplinary approach to my work and brings in so many different elements that I think are so essential to art making today, not only for me, but for a lot of other artists.